Welcome to the Spuddiest stream. Hopefully you're all doing well. I see you all this evening. We've got some Challenger Division action, more 3v3 action from the Royalty Series. It will be the Elite Gamers United Challenger 3v3 division of North America. LatinSeven Noir takes on the Wolfpack Pups this evening for a best of 5. I'm looking forward to this action. It's going to be another good match. For all of you who haven't been on this stream at all this week, this is kind of the Royalty Series first week. We've gotten a lot of stuff from Royalty Series so far. This is our 5th match for Royalty Series this week. Got a lot from Royalty Series. They've been a blast to watch, a blast to stream, and all more is sure to come in the future, I'm almost certain. Got things going momentarily. And again, I'm excited for this. This is going to be a good matchup. Again, it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for tonight and what it holds. But again, it's going to be a good series here. A best of 5, again, from the Elite Gamers United North America NA Challenger 3v3 division. Being week 1, both these teams wanting to get to good starts here. Again, LatinSeven Noir taking on Wolfpack Pups. LatinSeven are the favorites in this matchup. They're the higher ranked team. We'll see how they go here. Again, Man Tony, Headshot, and DNMS Reaper. And we've not seen Tony or Reaper in a very long time. But we have definitely seen them before, so it's nice to see them again here after such a long amount of time. I'm ready for this. This is going to be a good match. I'm excited for this best of 5 series. I'm excited for this one. Looking forward to it. It's definitely a match. Definitely a match that I'm excited that I get to stream here. The teams in it. Again, we'll get the series underway in just a few minutes as soon as we get both teams in the lobby. But again, LatinSeven with my man Tony, Headshot, and Reaper. But getting to the side here, Wolfpack Pups. They've got a decently big roster. They've got 4 players. We'll see which of those 4 they do decide to show up with, but. For a best of 5 like this, you want to get off to a good start in week 1. And it will be fun, definitely. As here they go, got Moosey, Crazy, and Zans. Get this series going. Everybody in the lobby, we have this match all set up. Week 1 continues on the Spuddiest stream for Royalty Series, and let's just get things underway here for this best of 5. As it's LatinSeven Noir, Wolfpack Pups. For a good little matchup. On stream, as looks like Zan's name got censored by the in-game chat. That is Zan's, by the way. Who's the one that has his name censored? LatinSeven Noir on the blue, Wolfpack Pups on the orange. LatinSeven are the heavy favorites in this matchup. But they still have a lot to do here in the Challenger Division. This is Champ 1, Champ 2, for all of you wondering. As LatinSeven will look to chase this one down. Headshot wins that challenge, and uh-oh, seems like we disconnected. Everybody back? We're good? We're back. Sorry about that, everybody. Looks like I had a disconnect. At a bad time, too. But if we're back, we're back. And I'm happy for that here, as LatinSeven Noir trying to jump on into the play here, trying to get that first goal, and they will get it too! It's a couple plays in front, but Reaper's gonna get it bumped, but it will go in. But a weird start to this series, but it'll be LatinSeven who takes it as Reaper. Through all that chaos, Zans and Moosey ran into each other. And it's a wide open net for LatinSeven. That disconnect worried me a little bit, by the way, guys. Let me know if that ever happens again. On at least if it happens on your side. Hoping that I'm not having disconnect issues. I didn't have any earlier today. As LatinSeven. Chase after that challenge will be Reaper. Will win the play. Off the corner he goes. Gets through Crazy. Bounce off the sidewall. It's a good play here in front for LatinSeven, but headshot can't take it. We'll leave it for my man Tony. Headshot again. Just gonna put some plays against that net there, see what works. Farther, LatinSeven only scored once this game, and feels like there's a bit of disorganization with these players. That rotation just isn't there. That's a worrying sign for being a team of some pretty high caliber players. You don't want to have that rotation become an issue, because that's something that even having really good players isn't going to necessarily fix. Crazy. Pushed out the way by play from Headshot. Now goes Reaper. The offense for LatinSeven will continue. Here goes my man Turney, looking for the second touch. Will leaving it in front, and here goes Reaper. LatinSeven Noir will walk through the offense and never look back here. 2 goals in the first game, and a good start for this roster. Even if I haven't been impressed by the rotations, I have been impressed by their consistency. Reaper will challenge. We'll send this one to the back corner. Here goes Tony. And up. LatinSeven goes again. 2 goals. A respectable start for this roster. But of course, they have a lot more to do here, I'm certain. Headshot will be kept out. And Tony will the sidewall as Zanz box in the midfield, and offense here for maybe Wolfpack, but they've had very little looks at that net, if any. I don't think they've had any this game so far. Play goes just wide, and 7 waiting, maybe a little too much though, because that's gone in front of their net. It will be saved away initially here as 7 very passive in that rotation. Out of LatinSeven does worry me. If they're going to be successful, that rotation is definitely going to be a bit of an issue for them. As here goes Headshot again. Wolfpack's got to be careful though, because the big issue they have is that LatinSeven's putting shots on them and they aren't doing exactly the best job of getting in the way to prevent them. As here's a play towards nets. Headshot's going to get that one, as my man Tony will cut across and keep that initial play out. It's in front of the net again. Reaper to clear. As thank you for the follow as well. Someone gave us a little follow while this match is ongoing. Give the follow there, Sun Phoenix. And LatinSeven Noir lead 2-0 during the end of game 1. As another fall comes in, thank you so much, Saved Gaming Forever. Welcome to this buddy's stream. Thank you so much for your kind support. As LatinSeven, gotta be careful outside that, and we'll get another block here. I don't think they're gonna get go too much further in the series without getting scored on. Wolfpack's definitely doing a lot better at the end of this game than they did at the start, getting chances on nets. LatinSeven holding a 2-goal lead, and not exactly letting Wolfpack have a lot of offense to begin with. Doing a very good job of really limiting Wolfpack Pups' options. Wolfpack, here's another chance. That one could have been scored by Zanz, but won't go anywhere. LatinSeven, let's keep that ball away. As Reaper. Off the corner is Zanz. Headshot. See, will be there as a high first touch. Second one down. Be able to go anywhere as here goes the play. It's a free shot. Crazy could have gone at the end of that, but missing the opportunity here, and that means game 1 will now be over. Wolfpack Pups have no chance to come back here. And LatinSeven Noir, through all the chaos of this first game, will take it. It did not look exactly clean from them, but they got the win. I'm sure they're going to have a lot to look back to in that rotation and just making a couple mistouches. For Wolfpack, they just got to get some offense here. They only had 4 shots this game. They were also sporadic. They didn't have a lot of opportunities on offense. I mean, they had opportunities on offense to score off of, but they're going to need more of them if they're going to want to win games against teams like LatinSeven. Oh. This is their spot, and this is really going to be a second game for them where they're going to have to find some good offense here. As game 1 now done and over with, LatinSeven Noir with the shutouts, albeit a very with an asterisk on the end of it, because it definitely felt like Wolfpack Pups had them at certain times, just couldn't find the shots for it. But again, I don't think we're going to see LatinSeven Noir go without getting scored on, at least for this game, meaning that they're going to need to do more on offense as well. Wolfpack Pups with some offense early. 7 will keep the ball there, and you can see the attempt of a hook shot there from my man Tony, but one that will end up going nowhere as Reaper right under that defender. Now Crazy, that's actually a perfect bounce too. That's a very tough read for headshot, but he makes it anyways. It's an incredible read for headshot, because it keeps his team, it keeps this game tied. If he doesn't get that read from where he's at, there's likely a player right behind him. I wouldn't want to give Wolfpack Pups another chance to score. They've missed a couple of chances in game 1. I don't think they're going to be so kind in game 2. Pinch back. Headshot. Just in the right position here. And that's really what defense is all about at this level, is just putting yourself in the right position to make those touches. As here goes Crazy. We'll find Moosey, but it was kept out. It was actually not on target, though. As headshot will once again be in the right spot there to clear this ball out. Crazy. Headshot, just forcing Wolfpack Pups to send more upfield. It's a good bounce too, but headshot's gonna be first to it. The boost though, he doesn't have a lot of options here. We'll leave the ball on the back wall for Wolfpack Pups to clean up. As Reaper, he doesn't get the touch. In goes my man Tony. That one is sent to the net there. Crazy was out of position. Reaper can't put it on. And in comes Headshot to keep things going. Headshot. The Zan to keep things away. My man Tony now. Another effort from the same side. But that one will not see the target. As another clear. Crazy. Well, Tony doesn't have this one. It's going to be straight to Moosey. And here's a quick break for Wolfpack. Won't make much of this one. His headshot gets in the way. Reaper clears it out. As LatinSeven looking to slow down the play from Wolfpack. Still nothing. But there it is! The difference maker! The deadlock is broken! After half a game of nothing, it was Headshot who had just had to leave a defense for Wolfpack Pups to find their play. An open chance, and Crazy doesn't miss. And now, the Wolfpack Pups hold the lead as their first goal of the series. Except before, they are not going to leave this game without something in the back of that blue net. Now, though, it's about holding that goal and holding that lead as long as they can, because here goes Reaper. The dribble! Tony trying to get on there quickly. Won't get the touch as Crazy bumped out the way. Headshot off the back wall. Lucy demoed out by Headshot. It's a play to net. Reaper saves that one. This one to the nets! Zans has it! And a second for Wolfpack. And the Wolfpack side, with 2 minutes to go now, have a much better lead than they had before. Second goal really can make a difference here. I felt like it was that second goal in game 1 from LatinSeven that did make all the difference in this game. That forced the Wolfpack Pups to really pull themselves thin as Headshot. They're back by Zans. Reaper. That's a long touch. Will get some offense out of it. As Reaper again. Oh, it's Headshot who didn't get a touch on that, and that means Reaper's going to go back and help his team out. It's going to be Tony who gets the next touch on the ball. Reaper just left it. 7, here's their chance to go down the field as my man Tony forcing out the play from Zans. Reaper, ooh, that's a high flick. Moosey can't get there. Tony beats them all, though that's wide open. Oh, and Reaper, he wanted the glory for absolutely. If he leaves it, that goes in, courtesy of headshot. But because he doesn't, and as I said it before, there is a lack of cohesion from LatinSeven, and it is showing right now at the end of game 2. My man Tony and LatinSeven just want a goal of this game. This is, again, definitely a worrying sign for them, considering that those issues were seen as early as game 1 from them. There's just a lack of cohesion from this LatinSeven Noir roster that is really only going to hurt you in the long run. I think the longer the series goes, the more that you will be seeing Wolfpack Pups really take over and take advantage of that those mistakes from LatinSeven. So I think we got another disconnect here. Oh boy, yeah we do. Hopefully we're back, and you know, while we are back, Moosey's gonna score. I don't know why I'm having such a disconnect issue with the server. I don't know why the server is having disconnects. Fortunate thing is, I don't think it's hurting the players at all. But by the way, if any of you are watching, and if it hurts on your, and if it breaks on your side, let me know. Because clearly I'm having some disconnects. That's not a good time for that, by the way. I didn't have disconnects all earlier today. I don't know why it's happening, but this game will end. It's going to be 4-0 for Wolfpack. Unless they get one more from this, they might. That headshot will save it, and this will eventually hit the floor. There we... Oh no, Crazy! Here's his chance! Oh my goodness, what a shot! What a shot from Crazy. 5-0 to end this game. Wolfpack Pups will take one more. And why not take one more? It is a tied series now. Again, 5-0. Pretty incredible scoreline so far, but in, again, just this game itself, but again, we got a game 3 here. A lot of action to go through. Although this one just felt like Wolfpack Pups just kind of got into their swing of things, and I get it, and I said it before, LatinSeven have shown some weakness already with those rotations. If they have any chance of winning this series, it's going to come down to those rotations improving. Game 3. Up next. And we'll go again. Match point will be determined by this. Have a good opportunity to really get your team on the move as LatinSeven look for that first goal to really give themselves confidence again, and they're gonna find it too! My goodness, my man Tony never stops going for it. And he really did spearhead that offense right there, all by himself too, just outpacing Wolfpack. A great shot. And LatinSeven, well, they get the first goal in game 3. I'm sure they're hoping a sign of good things to come. As an answer, well, it won't be that. I just cursed him. What timing? I just cursed him here. It's going to be a goal right in for Moosey. That didn't take too long, did it? And it is now even at 1 goal each. Is shot. Uses it across the goal for Reaper. Now to the corner. My man Tony pushes it through. And it's 2-1. LatinSeven Noir have another. And oh, Zan's disconnected as well. This is bad timing for Wolfpack Pups. Means unfortunately I'm going to have to play 2v3 as Zan's back. There he goes. And oh, and immediately goal for a headshot. LatinSeven continuing to score. Unfortunate timing here for Wolfpack Pups to have that disconnect. That's sometimes how this game works. It's unfortunate. Thank you for the fall there, Ronnie. Welcome to Game 3 of the Loyalty Series 3v3. Elite Gamers United NA Challenger 3v3 Division. This is LatinSeven Noir and Wolfpack Pups. A best of 5. As well, that could have been a chance in here. Wolfpack, an opportunity that went just wide of the net. Now they go back. Maybe I'll hit too hard though. That's gonna go to nets. Crazy got the last touch on that, and it was just a bit too heavy. Wolfpack will give away one now. LatinSeven has an own goal. It means it's now 4-1 as we are only past the first minutes. LatinSeven giving themselves some strong opportunities. As again, 4-1. They'll leave in the midfield here as headshots makes it 5-1. Boy, this game is getting out of hand rather quickly from what we saw in Game 2. Game 3 looks to really pose no difference to the substance, but not to the scoreline, as instead of Wolfpack Pups really taking over, it's LatinSeven who got that first goal. Now are really doing it themselves, but here's Wolfpack with a goal back. Still have hope in this game. There's still so much time left here. And Crazy who finds Zanz for the goal. Their hope is that this is still enough time to come back. It is. They're going to need to work quite quickly, though, to make sure they get those goals. 3.5 minutes. 3 goals away. As LatinSeven, I mean, they're going to continue scoring. As long as there's still a lot of time left in this game, they're going to continue to look for goals, continue to look for plays to extend this lead even further past the Wolfpack Pups. They're going to need to play well here as Tony can't get that save. It's another for Wolfpack. And now things are really going in their favor. That is a long shot. But it proves to be successful. And LatinSeven Noir only now lead by 2 as they're going to be treading quite carefully to this point in their series, as off the back wall will be Moosey, who doesn't get that read. Crazy again, past Tony. Headshot will be there. And I think Headshot's gonna have probably the most pressure of anyone on that LatinSeven Noir roster. His defense has been pretty good so far this series here. Headshot. The Wolfpack Pups are gonna try to make him really panic, because if he doesn't play well, that defense falls apart rather quickly for LatinSeven. Has a great play for Crazy, just clears it down the field. Reaper. Oh, and he gets by 1 there. Reaper's gonna have a chance to move, but Crazy's in the way. And Wolfpack, they'll just wait back as up the back wall. Here's Moosey, doesn't read it. Crazy will leave it away for Zanz. Headshot. Back to my man Tony. This is gonna go up to the back of the wall. Here goes Tony again. Second touch won't go anywhere. As Moosey challenged by Headshot. Crazy. My man Tony. Moosey again. Zan. Shot will be there as Wolfpack continue to challenge. It's in front of the net, but they won't be able to score from that angle. And it's pinched away as 1.5 minutes now left in this game. LatinSeven just playing defense. They're playing a lot of defense, but they're playing defense. All they're hoping is that nothing falls apart here. Wolfpack need to send more players upfield to give themselves a chance. Clear it away. Zans on nothing. Will chase after, and he's gonna leave in the midfield. My man Tony can't get to it, but Headshot will. He'll get past one. He'll get past two. Headshot with a chance to score. He's missed the net though, and missed his opportunity. But Reaper doesn't look like he'll do the same. Here's a second touch, but the double tap will be saved away by Moosey. Headshot again. Here's a free chance. It's gone off the post and out. And LatinSeven. Well, they're really putting the pressure on Wolfpack now, late in Game 3. An infield touch will be cleared away by Crazy. Headshot. Keep it out. He's got a net in front of him, and he's got a net hit. 3 goals up now, LatinSeven Noir. Score after a long period of inactivity. Their offense gets its chance. Wolfpack, 3 goals behind. 3 goals out of the way here as 10 seconds to go in Game 3. I don't think there's any chance for them to come back here. That means this series will go to Game 4 with LatinSeven Noir leading 2-1. It was such a good start for LatinSeven. They really didn't need to worry about the rest of this game as long as it didn't go horribly for them, and it didn't. They'd be fine, and well, it turns out they'll be fine here after 3 games. A 2-1 series lead, now only 1 away from winning this series. So this match not over just yet, but LatinSeven Noir now have the chance to end it in 4 games. So we'll go to Game 4 momentarily here. LatinSeven can win the series. If they can get off to a start like they did this game, they'll definitely be the team that's expected to win the series. Here we go, Game 4. LatinSeven has their chance. Wolfpack Pups, it's Game 5 that they need to go to. It's Game 5 they need to force out in this series. I mean, if they can get off to a good start, who knows? We might be due for another Game 5 series, but my man Tony will not let them have it. That is an incredible effort. One that the Wolfpack side was not ready for, because that is absolutely hit well. And LatinSeven Noir. 1 goal advantage. 15 seconds into this game. As maybe an answer will be from Crazy. So a goal back for Wolfpack. And I'm sure they'll feel good about it. And still, this is going to be a tough game to win, no matter who you are thinking of. As LatinSeven leave it in front. Really from Moosey to get rid of it, but LatinSeven again just putting some quick plays on that net, trying to catch maybe Wolfpack Pups in a awkward rotation. Wolfpack are definitely playing where they're always covering their nets, but Seven trying to again catch them even then. As here goes Headshot. That's just wide, as he'll get dumped away by Wolfpack Pups here. As Crazy. Last one. My man Tony's there. And 7. Will challenge this as it's Headshot. Still Headshot. Off the ceiling. It is Crazy who... Oh, he doesn't get the touch he wants here. My man Tony's going to win this challenge. LatinSeven just waiting. Oh, and he got bumped out the way. Wolfpack Pups are still out of position, though. LatinSeven can still take a good chance from this. As my man Tony around the corner. Moosey can't get to it. Crazy in a bad position. LatinSeven have an opportunity as Reaper. He doesn't have a dribble. His shot will leave the midfield. My man Tony just off the crossbar. Here goes Reaper, but it will not work. The defense from Wolfpack collapses onto it. LatinSeven Noir. Great position for the Wolfpack, but what do not take well advantage of? Sure, they're looking for more opportunities here. Maybe even better opportunities, potentially, later on this game, but not a good touch here from Tony. Will keep it away from danger, though, is Reaper. Oh, and nobody back here! Tony's got a free touch! The back goal, and the net is open! LatinSeven take the lead! As that was far too open there, Crazy just left it. And boy, you can't do that. That's an open net for Tony. You leave the net as open as he does there. Expect players like my man Tony to see it and to score on it. So he'll look for another play to score, but without the boost to work with. It's an easy play away. Headshot's waiting here. I don't like that choice, because this net could have been a lot more vulnerable because of it. Still proved to be dangerous here, as left in front of the net here. Wolfpack Pups are jumping into action as it is Moosey to take one back, and he will not be stopped. All this chaos results of an errant mistouch for LatinSeven. And Wolfpack have made things even once more. As almost a lead there for Wolfpack Pups right off the kickoff too. That was almost dangerous and almost deadly for LatinSeven. Almost horrible for their chances. And here, game 4, 2 minutes left. LatinSeven it really feels like just need one goal here. As Headshot picks it up on the offense. It's misread by Crazy. And Headshot will take it. Just sent away. Testing Crazy. He couldn't make the touch. And LatinSeven will get another one. Headshot for 4. He's got another. The goals keep going in for LatinSeven. They keep staying in the lead. And with less than 2 minutes to go now, LatinSeven Noir have really put the pressure on Wolfpack. Oh, Tony may have disconnected now as well. What's it with everybody disconnecting in the lobby? For LatinSeven, unfortunately, they don't have a choice here. As Tony's back already. Thank goodness he's back. I'm sure is what LatinSeven and their fans are saying. They needed Tony back. As they lead by 2. Time's running up for Wolfpack, and actually might get even worse for them here. As Crazy can't get this. He jumped up early, couldn't read the play correctly. And it's another for LatinSeven. As another just testing the back line here of Wolfpack. And well, they've been under too much pressure today. It was Crazy with both who has made the mistake on both the last 2 goals because LatinSeven have forced him out. With the game moving as it is, LatinSeven really does feel like that they're in the driver's seat right now. Wolfpack feels like they just have not been able to get things off the ground like LatinSeven have in game 4. Reaper. Money. Off the sidewall. Will be for Headshot, but he's taken away before he can really make a perfect touch. But now in the midfield, Wolfpack will chase after it with Zans, but doesn't have all the boost to work with here. As now goes Tony to the back wall. It's kept away. Crazy's pushed out. As it will be my man Tony with a big challenge to keep things out. And I'll let LatinSeven maybe get a 6th goal here, as off the back wall will be Reaper to go. He's going to try to push this towards the net, but Wolfpack are there. Fortunately for them, though, they are still under a whole lot of pressure as that effort went off the crossbar for LatinSeven. As it's at the final 30 seconds, Wolfpack Pups can't get out of their own half of the field. And they'll need 3 goals at this point, as time just continuing to run out for them. Moosey and Zan's both getting bumped. Moosey's gonna have the ball, but my man Tony will stop him again. Not able to get out of defense here as Wolfpack Pups. This series will end, and it will be LatinSeven Noir with a 3-1 series victory, as Wolfpack Pups just could not answer back to the LatinSeven Noir change in playstyle. Much more of a tested game plan this time around for LatinSeven in Game 4, and they really did test the Wolfpack side, who could not respond well. 3-1 the scoreline. It will be the win for LatinSeven. So, they'll be happy with that. Positive start to their season. And LatinSeven will win this one. As again, 3-1. Pretty good scoreline, I would say, for them. Sure that they'll be feeling much the same about that. It's a good result, considering they had some slight issues, especially early on in that series with that rotation, losing Game 2, but they were able to find a strong enough performance to beat Wolfpack Pups tonight. 4 games. The win will be theirs. Yeah, I mean that's gonna make, I'm sure, a lot of people quite happy here, as again LatinSeven win this one, so that's our welcoming match to the NA Challenger 3v3 division here in Royalty Series Season 5. Again, I'm sure they'll be feeling pretty happy about that. As we are going to get an interview here, I thought so. My man Tony's going to join us for an interview. As, I'll get him invited real quick. Again, I'm sure he'll be happy here. We're going to get him in for a quick interview to end off the night. As we'll get him in for an interview shortly. It seems like he's having some slight issues. As again, thank you all so much for joining in. Give me a moment. As it's just gonna be Tony. We might as well just do it this way then. There you go. We'll get him to join us here. Welcome in there, my man Tony. A 3-1 win, LatinSeven Noir. You know, it's the first week of the season. Everybody's kind of has to get back into, I guess, normalcy. How you feeling here? 3-1 victory against Wolfpack Pups. You guys gotta be pretty happy with that result.
Yeah. No, I'm thrilled, man. It felt super good to win that series, to be honest.
Yeah, and you mentioned before how you and Reaper used to be opponents. Last time you were on the stream, you guys played against each other.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about, now having, this LatinSeven side again. You've been a LatinSeven for a very long time. What is it like to be on this org, to now have, so many people joining your team to try to make your team better? You talk about you used to be opponents with Reaper. Now he joined you. What's it like to always have that kind of, even with this, roster constantly revolving, what's it like to still have LatinSeven kind of holding you back?
So, I mean, Sonic Cred, the org owner, is a fabulous owner for the org. He does so much for it, and I couldn't be happier to be on any other team, to be honest. He does all of our graphics and whatnot. He plays as well. He's in the 2v2 league. And I mean, like I said, he just does so much for the org. It's absolutely insane. I don't know how he does it, to be honest. So being able to have a backbone like that definitely helps a lot. Our coach, Money Magic, he has been working with us nonstop as much as he can. So shout out to Money. I appreciate him. He's been, like I said, he's been working hard too in the background, helping us prep for games, helping us trying to figure out our play style. Because this is the first time that me, Headshot, and Reaper have teamed for threes. Last season it was me, Reaper, and Phoenix. But Phoenix has had some personal stuff going on, which I don't blame him for. So we kind of have him as a sub this season. So, but yeah, it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. When I first joined, Headshot was actually our captain for the team, and then I ended up taking it over after I want to say 2 or 3 seasons, and just kind of restructured some stuff. And it's been working well for us. We're heading in a positive direction. So
Yeah, and I think the series showed a lot of that positivity as well here. Even after game two, it wasn't your best performance. It looked like a team that kind of got a bit nervous there. You're able to kind of get, you're able to get to a good start in a lot of these games. Those are the games that you seem to win as well, with the games that you got off to a good start. Is there intention with that? Do you think it was just game two, because you just got off to a bad start, you didn't have a chance in it, or what happened here? Is it just that your team is one that relies on having good starts?
it's not necessarily that. I mean, that obviously helps. That's going to help any team. But I think what it was is we just let them have way too much possession of the ball, and we just didn't play our game in game two. They definitely carried and switched up the pace of the game and just controlled it a lot more than we did.
Well, you got your win there, 3-1. The season's only just started though. What's your hope? What's your hopes for this season? You've been here for a while. This is not the first time you've been in Royalty Series. What do you have any goals, any hopes for this season?
I honestly just want to take it all the way. I want to be able to get a Royalty Series season win under my belt. I mean, playing since Indie Gaming League was a thing. I mean, I've got a semi-final or a second place, but itching for that first, to be honest.
Well, we'll see if you can get yourself there. So far in week one, you're on the right track. Congrats on the win over Wolfpack Pups, 3-1 victory. Before you leave, my man Tony, do you have anything you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any final messages?
Oh my lord! First of all, shout out to Ron. Love that guy. He's always here for every LatinSeven game. Love Ron. Second, Money Magic, our coach. Sonic, the org owner. Teammates, Headshot, Reaper, Phoenix. I've been with them on this team for quite a while now, so I'm happy that we're going in a positive direction, sticking with the same roster, or sticking with somewhat the same roster that we have. And just shout out to everyone that came up in the stream. I sent it to a few people. I'm glad I saw some familiar faces up in there. Love y'all.
Again, thank you so much for joining here, my man Tony, and congrats to LatinSeven Noir for the 3-1 series victory. Thanks so much for joining. Have a amazing night tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Appreciate you having me, man.
That was my man Tony there, a 3-1 victory. I think I accidentally left the call a little early there. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sure he has nothing. I'm sure he had only good things to say here. Thank you, by the way, for the follows during that interview to Ronnie and Lapis Costa. Thank you so much for joining here, as that is it for the Royalty Series action today. As to all of you out there, thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Tamazi, for the follow. Another great caster. Thank you so much. Here, as again, thank you so much for joining the Sweaty stream this evening. That's it from me here. So take care. Have a good night. And thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll see you guys again very soon. For now, I will be going offline for the rest of the evening. Have a good one, everybody.